Good afternoon. Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank here with an update. As we start off this morning, we had cloud cover. We had a nice moonset from Nashville. Rick and Cindy shared this photo with us. It was a very nice start to the morning. The cloud cover added a little bit of a blanket and kept our temps from falling too much. But, now it's sunny as can be as we look outside. Current temperatures overall are staying in the mid-40s. It's above average here so far at this hour. But we'll look off to our northwest. Look at the coldest of this air, 31, 32, 33. That's the coldest that we have. Now we'll look at what's going on. You'll see rain, you'll see snow. You'll see snow even in these areas that's above freezing. That's important. We'll talk about why that is and how that impacts us here shortly, but I want to talk about the rest of the day. Sunshine, temps a couple degrees warmer, clouds will eventually increase, and the rest of the night, I don't really think that there's any issue before midnight, and there's still just going to be clouds that increase after sunset. Here's this storm the last 36 hours, and why it's important. Well, the first line of this was obviously the rain, Christmas morning. It got out of here, cooled us down, but you'll still see this circulation, and this is known as a cutoff low. And one of the reasons it's known as a cutoff low is it's cut off from that main flow that you so often see of storms that move from west to east or move from the northwest, and they pick up in the jet stream and they have a certain direction, and we kind of understand where they're going. Well, we understand where this is going as well, but it doesn't quite have that same circulation. It's just sitting here, and as a result, it's picking up moisture and it's interacting with certain things, and it's still kind of just generating enough to develop some of that light snow in some cases. And you'll see this as I slow this down. You'll get these weird directions from north to south, from the south here. That's what's going to sit here and create not necessarily havoc, but some wrinkles in the forecast, which are maybe difficult to figure out for a 12 to even 24-hour period, where normally we'd be able to tell you this is going to be here at this time, this is going to be here at this time, and this is what's going to happen. There are some wrinkles in the forecast here, and that's what I want to show you here, because this specific area, the snow's picking up a little bit from Topeka to Emporia. You'll start to see that. There's some light snow here. Temps still at freezing. Not too many issues, but it's at least colder there. So in Kansas City, we're starting to see that possibility for snow. But how oftentimes do we see temps between 32, 36, or even 38 where it's actively snowing, but it's obviously not going to stick? That's why we oftentimes tell you, well, it's not an issue. Let's go and analyze the atmosphere from 10,000 feet above the surface right now, and temps are around 13 degrees. That's why we obviously have plenty of cold air up there. You know that from visiting the mountains or seeing snow on the caps of the mountains in the distance in the Rockies, right? Even a mile high, we're at 22 degrees. Now, our air temperature at the surface is 45 degrees, and our ground temperature is even warmer. It's obviously been so warm recently, and, that's adding to that as well. So the warm ground, obviously, we're going to have to see this cold air plus snow to overcome that warm ground. And that's the only way I think we see issues. So let's talk about how this system may provide those issues. By tomorrow morning, our temperature is still 7, 8 degrees above our freezing mark, and almost close to our average high at that point. But by 7 or 8 o'clock, we'll start to see that. I would expect that overall, this is going to be a wet pavement surface at best tomorrow morning, but there'll be some rain and snow, could cause some issues. So just want to keep you posted there. Notice how the center of circulation sits here, and that's where I want to pause it. As you continue to see this, and I want to at least draw some things on here for you, and because, this is the area that I want to highlight that I think that is going to maybe cause some issues. It's right along that line, right about here. That's where I think we're going to see something set up where there's at least the possibility that could be some issues that are caused. That could overcome that warm ground surface, that could overcome the air temperatures that are 5, 6, 7 degrees above freezing. And it really has to do with the fact that, we are seeing that low positioned right about here. And so that snow is moving over the same location repeatedly. And as it does so, we're going to see that possibility that could overcome that warm ground surface. As this system slowly moves to the south, that may set up somewhere in the area. Doesn't mean specifically it's Troy, St. Charles, wherever, but wherever it does, and as we get that colder air settling in due to the timing, that's where some of the localized accumulation for a brief period could cause some issues. So that's what I want to talk about here. Rain mixing with snow on Wednesday, maybe even Wednesday night into Thursday. Now, temperatures are above freezing. This is not likely to stick, especially on the roads. But if you have that snowfall rate that could overcome that, make the warm ground a little colder, then you add the temperatures that are a little colder. Those are the key ingredients that we watch out for, some of those heavy bands late Wednesday into early Thursday that could create some issues. Otherwise, I think the next few days are pretty quiet. 40s today, 42 early flakes, and then we'll dry out. But I think Wednesday night into Thursday, that could be the area that we see maybe the best opportunity for anything. Right now, we don't have any winter weather advisories, anything like that posted, but it's something that we'll keep a close eye on as this system develops even into the evening hours tonight and by tomorrow morning.